a funny realization today, and that is that I am an expert at staying home. I never thought that that would be something I could have an expertise in, but I just got to realizing that this whole staying home thing is actually really normal for me and Cody. We are introverts. We stay home a lot. We've got 4 pets, so we like to stick close to home. And don't get me wrong, I know there are a lot of different things, a lot of, things happening right now that might make this extra hard, but I just thought I would share a few reasons why I love staying at home and how I make it work. To preface this, I do work from home. I haven't always, but I do now, and so that kind of contributes to how much I'm at home. But a few things that have made this easier and made me want to venture out less is the fact that, one, I invested in a good espresso maker. We've got a Breville espresso maker and I absolutely love it. So I'm able to make coffee just as good as it would be if I went out for coffee. That really helps me feel like I'm starting my day on kind of that note of not just like, crappy burnt coffee. I like that. The other one, of course, is going to be my pets. And I'm not recommending that anyone get pets under, circumstances where you're just bored, but it really does help having these 4 very unique personalities in the house other than Cody and I. They're hilarious, they're funny, they're entertaining, they're snuggly, they keep us on our toes, literally, because the dogs especially, they want in and out all of the time. And so we're kind of walking around our house all the time, and that makes that a lot easier. The other thing is that I watch a lot of YouTube. Here's the thing about things like vlogs and YouTube videos that I love is that you feel a little bit more like you're getting to hang out with that person. So if you're feeling a little bit lonely and you don't have someone to maybe FaceTime or Skype with at the moment, or you need to be piddling around in the background, but you want to feel like you're hanging out with someone, I highly recommend finding a vlog that you love, because it definitely does make it feel like you're kind of hanging out with someone as they go through their day. And I find just that normalcy makes me feel better. A few YouTube channels that I especially love are Becky and Chris. I absolutely love them. Their vlogs, they're hilarious, but they're also just like experts at what they do. I love watching their videos. The quality is amazing. Lizzie Pierce. I absolutely love watching Lizzie Pierce. Her vlog that she just started doing more often these past few months has been giving me life. It's always really nice to see other female entrepreneurs and what their day-to-day looks like and what their life looks like and how they go throughout their day. And it makes me feel like, again, like I'm kind of getting to hang out with her to a certain extent, and I really appreciate that. The Try Guys. When I need lighthearted, silly, kind of ridiculous content watching, I go to the Try Guys. Another one I really love is Rhettandlink. Good Mythical Morning. If you haven't watched Good Mythical Morning, you should probably start, because again, it's a lot of lighthearted content, silly games like Will It Waffle and that kind of thing, and that's actually how I start every morning. When I'm eating my breakfast and drinking my coffee, I watch Good Mythical Morning, and it just kind of starts your day on a lighthearted note, not too serious, a lot of silliness, and it's just a really great way to start your day. Now, for when I'm actually working, I do have YouTube playing just kind of in the background. I've always been that kind of person who loves having voices in the background. So whether that's just random YouTube like Bon Appetit, oh my gosh, if you don't watch Bon Appetit, please do, because I love that channel, especially Gourmet Makes. It's just interesting, and I enjoy seeing the problem solving that Claire goes through to try to come up with these recipes and replicate but elevate these common foods like Pop-Tarts, for instance. Podcasts are another fantastic thing that keep me going throughout the day. Again, I don't listen to a ton of music, and I think that is because when I hear people talking, it makes me feel a little bit more like I'm socializing. And yet when I work, I love working alone. So working from home is really great for me, But I totally get that that can feel a little isolating and lonely at times, but that's why I do podcasts, Netflix, YouTube, all the things. I love to have talking voices just in the background all the time. It makes me feel a little bit more like I'm socializing. So some podcasts that I really, really, really love. Don't Keep Your Day Job with Kathy Heller. Her podcast is a huge reason why I work from home now and why I took the leap from my day job and started working for myself. It's encouraging, even if you don't want to quit your day job. I would highly recommend it because it's just a lot of stories of how people from the ground up built these businesses and they turned their passions into profit. And I absolutely love those stories. They get me amped up and motivated to keep working on my own business. For other small business and entrepreneurship, the Goal Digger podcast is great. Lots of tips and tricks and a lot of more technical tips and tricks, I would say, as well as mixed in some more fun interviews and that kind of thing as well. Do It for the Process is a great podcast for artists. So she is a fine artist. Her name is Emily Jeffords, and her whole podcast is about doing it for the process. It's really encouraged me as far as being a creative entrepreneur because that's different from let's say you're a business coach. That's completely different than what I do. So it's nice to listen to her talk because it's a little bit more in the realm of what I do. A very light-hearted podcast that's literally just fun and happy and just gives you a positive distraction from real life is Young House Love has a podcast. So Young House Love, they are DIY bloggers, John and Sherry Petersick. Their podcast, I listen to it religiously. Like, I don't think I've missed a single episode, and there's tons of episodes. So if you've never listened to it, there's lots there to kind of binge it. And they talk a lot about home renovation and DIY and their like recommendations for different products and silly stories of things. And they're happy and laughy people. And I so appreciate that. It just kind of gets me out of my head and into this positive mindset. Now, if you're going to be at home a lot more, which we kind of all are right now, I have to recommend comfy clothes. I mean, come on. I have been living in yoga pants and my airy sweaters for months now. But another thing I really love, and I'll double check if their online store is still open right now, but glur-ups, you guys. These are like my favorite things. They are 100% wool. You can get them with leather or rubber bottoms. I got the rubber ones because I can walk out into the garage with these and not worry that I'm going to wreck them, which is amazing. And because we have pets, our floor, even like an hour after we vacuum and clean it, it has crap on it again. Not actually crap, but you know what I mean. There's dirt and hair everywhere all the time. It's almost unavoidable. So these boots are amazing. They also make like a shoe version, and I just really love them. They're comfy, they're warm, and they're perfect for being at home. So, speaking of comfy clothes, I am on a mission right now, actually. I'm trying to pick up the camera so that I don't, shut it off or something. But Cody, if you're new here, Cody is my husband. He has a pair of sweatpants that have a hole in them. So my mission right now is to fix that hole because we're at home and he wants to wear sweatpants more often. So I'm gonna fix these up. I'll try to give you a good view of it. Here we go. Another thing that could really help keep your mind at ease might be reorganizing your space. Can you declutter it and make it feel really clean and tidy? You know where everything is. You can separate things that can eventually be donated or things that maybe need to be thrown out or recycled. That is another thing that I find completely refreshes my space. It makes me feel like I'm in a completely new, different space. Another thing that I find surprisingly helpful is to just rearrange your furniture, redecorate a room with things that you already have. You can shop your own house and move decor items from one room to another to just make things feel new again, because I think seeing the exact same thing every day can get a little bit tiring, so I like to switch things up. So I really do feel like I'm somewhat of an expert at staying home because I do stay home a lot. So I hope some or maybe all of these things were helpful for you as well. If you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell to get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.